Stars lose in a shootout to the Canes. We surrendered another one to Carolina. That's 4 now. We've gotten 2 points out of those 4 games, both as extra time losses, 1 overtime, 1 shootout. Tonight being shootout. Ottinger's back in, and let's just get right into it. Stars start the first period looking pretty good. Pressuring. Sucker gets a good look in front, and he's denied by Nedeljkovic. And then Hintz sends a nice one-hand tap pass to Gurionov, but Nedeljkovic says no to that also. Canes run a power play halfway through that. Carolina gets a penalty, and Nedeljkovic actually was the one that got it, so he looked a little extra determined on that kill. Came up with some decent stops and kept it a 0-0 game. And the Stars actually in the final seconds end up getting like 3 shots on in the last 10 seconds, but they're unable to get it past Nedeljkovic, and they head into the second period tied 0-0 still. Como takes a slap shot from the point, and Cogliano tips it on. Dickinson follows up with the rebound, puts it in past Nedeljkovic over his pad. Stars take the 1-0 lead. Let's go. And then a little over 2 minutes left in the second. Martin Hook takes a shot from the point, and it I don't know if he got all of it or how many times it deflected, but it wasn't a laser beam. It was like a shot pass to the slot. I guess it was tipped. It was just enough to get through Otter's 5-hole. I don't think he was able to see it right away because of stall in front. And Carolina ties it. And then Carolina goes on a power play with just over 2 minutes left. And in the dying seconds of that, there's a scramble. Stars couldn't get it out. They get it back to Gardner. They got it to Nietzsche and get it across. And Ottinger, in a full flail attempt, throws his stick to try and get his blocker there quicker. Unable to do that. And Carolina ends up scoring 2 in the last 2.5 minutes of the second to go into the third with a 2-1 lead. Carolina gets another power play early on in the third, and it's behind the net, and Svechnikov sees Stahl out front, who seems to kind of be a star killer this season. And he puts one home and makes it a 3-1 Carolina lead. So Stars got a lot of work to do now. But they do start grinding, and there's a while there that Stahl goal is actually their only shot in the period for a long stretch. But Stars come in with a little under 12 to go. Hintz has it on the left wing. Swings it over for Robertson, who wanted that puck real bad, and he slaps that one right over top of the left pad of Nedeljkovic, but under the glove, and he makes it a 3-2 game. This is exactly what the Stars need to get back in this game. Now they got some time to find that next one. Get one from Robertson, an actual shot this time from him. It's the first goal he's gotten off a shot. He's now on a 4-game point streak. It's kind of sneaky. And the boys got a little extra juice going with their momentum. And they go on a power play in the final. And with about 40 seconds left, Aho goes to make a behind-the-back pass. And Miro makes a desperation sweep, bats it up to Klingberg, who feeds it to Ben. Feeds it to Pavelski, who wires one on net and ties the game. It was an amazing play from Miro, the hero, on defense to keep it out of the empty net, because we pulled the goalie while we had the power play to try and get that 6-on-4 to work. Miro saves it. They get it to Pavelski, who just, says, let's go, boys. And puts one home, gets another league-leading power play goal, and we're off to overtime. Stars started this overtime a little different than usual. Usually they're pretty defensive, but this time they start with Hintz, Gurionov, and Haskin. There was a stretch where Dickinson was kind of playing around with the puck for a while, and then Carolina ends up getting it, and Nietzsche kind of did the same thing, just skated around for a while. Finally got a little bit of a shot on. Ottinger handled it. And Carolina does actually get a power play with like 13 seconds left. They hit the post, but nothing else. We had to do a shootout, and Robertson would go first in his first ever shootout attempt. He tries to go in 5-hole. Nedeljkovic denies that, and then Hamilton goes for Carolina. Ottinger bites, but stays with it and keeps that pad out, keeps it against the post, and doesn't let Hamilton dangle out and around him, and he makes a save. and keeps it zeros for round 1. Pavelski comes in as the second shooter for the Stars, and he tries to dangle Nedeljkovic. He goes backhand, forehand, and as he's trying to bring it back forehand, Nedeljkovic pokes. That's a hard one to say a bunch, Nedeljkovic, but he pokes it away. And then Trocheck comes in, and he does a little shoulder fake and then goes backhand and roofs it over Ottinger's pad. And now Gurianov comes in. He has to score. He fires one, tries to go 5-hole again. Nedeljkovic closes it up. Stars will fall again in extra time. They're 5-3-4 now on the season. We are currently 4 points out of 4th for the playoff spot. We do have 4 games in hand, but I'm starting to wonder how much that matters. Let's get into the post game. Nedeljkovic gets the win in shootout. He saved 26 of 29 for an .897 save percentage and went 3 for 3 in the shootout. Jake Ottinger, he's now 2-0-3. He saved 18 of 21 for an .857 save percentage, and he saved 1 of 2 on the shootout. The shots on goal in the first period, they were 12-8 for Dallas. In the second, they were 7-7, and in the third, they were 10-5. And like I said, at one point they were actually 9-1 in favor of Dallas. And then in overtime, there was actually only one shot, and that was Carolina's with Nietzsche's. You know, his little skate around for a bit, and then he had a little quick shot on Ottinger, but that was all that, for a total of 29-21 for Carolina. The face-offs were 34-31 for Carolina. The power plays were 1 for 3 for Dallas and 1 for 4 for Carolina. So technically, if you want to go percentage-wise, Dallas won, but they kind of cancel each other out. And then the hits were 17-13 in favor of Carolina. So that number dropped a lot since the last one. My star of the game, I think I'm going to give it to Robertson. Just getting that goal in the third period, because they were just kind of slowly getting momentum. That goal really helped them get there, and helped them carry it to eventually getting Pavelski's tying goal and getting that extra point, or getting the point. If you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up. If there's anything you'd like to add or feel like I missed, leave that down in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new. And check me out on Twitter. Link to that is down in the description below. And I will talk to you after Nashville.